Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're back out here in the garage. It's a new week, so we're getting at it. I've got some things to do today. I'm going to show you some new things that we got in the garage, and then just want to point out some things. We're putting back the engine together. We're putting the engine back together, so we're going to show some things on that. So let's get to it. Alright guys, we are putting the engine back together. We took the fan shroud off because we are, so I was watching a video that Slade was doing, showing how to put the intake manifold back on, and he does such a great job on his videos, instructing people how to do things. And just wanted to point out one thing that he, I know he says he talks a lot, but he actually makes some really good points. He makes some really good points about little details that for guys like me who have never worked on Volkswagen engines before, they're kind of priceless. One of the things he said is when you put your boots on the dual port and on the intake manifold, to make sure your screws are pointing the way you want them to. So as you can see here, I got this dual port on already, and these screws are pointing up, so very helpful. Just little tips like that he says, little tips like that where he mentions things like that, and you saves you time, because I already made that mistake before I finished watching the video, and then I was working as I was watching, and he said that, and he probably was watching over me because I made that mistake. So I'm sure everybody's probably made that mistake at one time, but I just wanted to give him a shout out because he always seems to give these really valuable tips on how to make your life easier when you're working on these Volkswagen engines. So just wanted to mention that, and we're going to keep going on this engine, put it back together. We're going to try and get it, we're going to try and test run it, hopefully next week. We still have some things to do, so I'm going to be working on those, but just wanted to show you guys what's going on with this. Right now it doesn't look like much, but it's coming along, and we're working on it, so we're going to get it back together. Just wanted to point that out. So here's something new on the Bug. Just wanted to show everybody this new fender we got on here. Actually, it's a really cool story. When I saw this on Marketplace, I reached out to the guy. He responded right away. Took a picture, sent it to me. I was kind of hesitant because I wasn't sure if it was going to fit, because as you can see, the bumper bracket is different, but I didn't think that was a big deal. And then also the turn signal, I think it's going to be okay. It looks to line up okay, so that worked out. But the bolt holes all lined up good. I think this is from a 72 Beetle. Not positive, but if you know, let me know in the comments. I would greatly appreciate that. But I think this is going to work. So anyways, the guy that I went to see, when I went out to his place, he lived out in the hill country in Texas. So kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it was a cool drive. Just driving in the country and seeing, I love seeing when you're driving by these people's houses, they have all these classic cars, and it's kind of a hotbed for classic cars out there. It's out in Wimberley, Texas. Been to a car show out there, so it's pretty cool. But anyways, the guy, he actually used to race bugs, so he was very familiar with bugs, and he had built several cars before, so he had some cool stories, and he showed me a couple of his Beetles. I'll put a picture of one here. And then he had another one like Herbie, but it was all gutted, had roll cage for the racing. So he had two of those. The one in the picture, he had a fiberglass front end. So it's kind of cool to see that. And he was just a cool guy to talk to. He actually, when I went up there, he had the shirt on of our car club. So it was kind of cool to see that. So it was and he had some cool stories about his bug, how he had sold it, and then he found it several years later, and The guy offered it back to him at no charge, so he went and got it. So just some cool stories in the community, and maybe I'll reach out to him again and see if he'll be willing to go on video and do an interview or something, because he's definitely a wealth of knowledge. So it's just a cool story and a cool trip going up there to pick up the fender. So I'm glad it worked out. It has a little bit of rust, a little bit of body work to do, but not nearly as bad as the other one that I had. So as you can see, there's some stuff here. There's some rust here, so I'll take care of that. But actually, it's in really pretty good shape. So we'll take care of that. It's helpful, saves me hours of body work. So on the other fender, and as you can see in the front, I don't have the bottom bolt hole line bolted up, but it's pretty close to matching up with that side there on the bottom. So it was a good experience, and for the price that he gave it to me, I didn't have anything to lose, so it worked out for me. So I'm glad that worked out. All right, guys, back in the garage. It is Wednesday today. We're back in the garage. We're gonna do a little bit of painting today. We're gonna try and paint the deck lid. First, we're gonna wipe it down with some wax and grease remover and get all the dust or anything that's left on it. And then we'll give it a painting, and we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Alright guys, here's the first coat, just a top coat. Here's how you know I'm not a painter. I went a little too heavy right away, but the rest of it looks okay. Just try to put a tack coat on, but that was not good. So we'll try and fix that, and it's only primer, so we can still sand it off, and we can always repaint it. So, all right, guys, here is the second coat. I'm sure you can see some of the tiger stripes in there already, but like I said, this is primer. Trying to get it on as even as possible, but I'm not a painter, and we're doing the best we can. So we'll give it one or two more coats, and we'll try and work on those spots. But I mean, it looks okay. There's some runs in there, but it looks okay. So we'll fix it up. All right, guys, here's the first coat on the other side. Just a tack coat, just to kind of give it something, give it some tooth. Something for the paint to stick to. I know I missed some spots, but just put a light tack coat on there. Went a little heavy on some spots, but we'll fix it. Second coat. All right, guys, second coat. Went pretty heavy on this one, so we're gonna have to see how much paint we have left. It's actually not too bad. Again, this is primer, so it's not perfect. You can see some of the streaks, so we're going to try and fix that. If you watch Slade's videos, he uses a trigger almost like a gun, and right now I don't know if I have carpal tunnel, but that trigger that he uses would be most useful right now. All right, guys, third coat. It's not perfect, but I'm not a painter, so we did the best we could, I guess, and next time we do it, we'll do it better. We learned from this time, so we can don't look too close, but we got it primed. So there it is. Back in the garage. It is Saturday today. We haven't been out in a couple days, had some things going on, but we are back in the garage today. I just wanted to bring you guys in and show you the results of the deck lid. It's been a couple days, had some time to dry and stuff, so I'll show you the primer that's on there, and then just show you some other things that we've been working on today, getting a couple little things done. Looks like it's gonna rain outside, so we're gonna work a little longer, see what we can get done, and then we'll probably pack it in for the night. So let's get to it. All right, guys. Here is the deck lid. Here's the underside. It's not too bad. There's a couple of imperfections, but like I said, it is primer, so we can work on that. I think we bumped it on some things, but for the most part, it's okay. Got the hinges done, both sides look pretty good. So we're gonna sand this down probably in 400, 600. Just get some of the imperfections out. I know there's a couple runs. Can't see them right now, but I'm sure I'll see them when I'm not looking. They'll pop out at me. So there's the underside. All right, guys, here is the other side of the deck lid. Here's the other side of the deck lid. Like I said, for the most part, it looks okay. There are some imperfections. Looks like there was some cracking or something right here. And then when I was putting it away, I bumped it. So we have this blemish here. So we'll see if we can fix that. But like I said, I'm going to sand it down in 400, 600. We'll see. We don't want to take too much of it off, but we'll probably, once we do that, we'll clean it off again, and we will put some high build primer on there. So it looks okay. I'm trying to find some runs. I know there's one right here. It's like an overspray run going from one side to another. I'm not sure what got on there, but I'm gonna have to clean it off really good with some wax and grease remover. It looks like there was some dust or something that fell on it, so we'll get that taken care of. All right, and this is what else we're working on today. The front of the car, just taking some of that old paint off. You can see there's still some of the blue paint there. I was working on this part as well. Really want to get this all cleaned up. The wiring is a mess, so we're gonna have to do that. And then all the way up this channel, we're probably gonna do the Mexican seal, so we're probably gonna take this off and then get that done. But just want to make sure there's no rust under this. But I mean, it looks like it's pretty clean. This fender has some blemishes and stuff, so we'll probably have to treat that with some phosphoric acid. See if that'll neutralize that. But other than that, it looks okay. Got the fender on. Looks pretty good. Needs a little bit of work, but it's a lot better than the other one. We just still need to line up that bottom. We haven't put that bolt in yet, so it looks like it's not in line, but it should be okay. So like I said, we're out here working, just doing little things today, trying to get some things done. The engine is looking good. Engine is looking good. We need to put the pulley on. We need to get that pulley on. We're gonna clean up the carburetor, clean it up, and get it on there, and then get the J tubes on, hook that up, and then we will get it ready to get it back on the car so we can test it out and see how it runs. Like I said, it should be okay. We're just putting it back together, so everything looks pretty good so far. But just want to make sure everything's back in order. Everything's tightened down. We don't have any exhaust leaks or anything like that. So we'll be doing that in the next couple of days as well. So we'll bring you along for that ride. Welcome back, guys. We're out here in the garage. It's Sunday. We're gonna try and get some work done today, finish off the week. So we got the deck lid painted this week. We got the dual ports put on, the engines semi put back together. We were working on the pulley today, the alternator pulley. I did have some problems with that, so I'm gonna wait till I get some help It's just that half moon key. I'm just worried that it's going to keep falling out. So I don't know if I need to do a different technique or something, but just kind of frustrating on that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to wet sand the deck lid. We're going to do it with 600 grit and see if we can get out some of the runs and some of the imperfections on that. So let's get started. Alright guys, we're out here with the deck lid. We've got 600 grit sandpaper. We've got some in the water soaking right now, so we're going to give it a wet sand. And we'll see if we can get some of these imperfections out here. We can do a light scuff just to get bugs on it. But we'll get some of this stuff out and we'll see how it looks after. It actually went on pretty thick, so keep our sandpaper wet. Alright guys, we're going to close out the video for this week. I just want to say thank you everybody for watching, and please like and comment, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. We'll be back next week. We got a little bit done this week. We're going to make a push to get the engine done, try and get that back in the next week or two. So thank you again for watching, and stay tuned. Thank you guys.